Hi guys! In today's video, I'm going to show you guys step-by-step process of how you can take any old hardcover book and upcycle it into your very own inspiration journal. I will share with you guys what I've created in here so far, some of the products that I use to do that, and if you have any questions or comments, make sure to leave a comment down below, and I will answer that as quickly as I can. So without further ado, let's get started. Okay, so as we dive right in here, I just want to quickly let you guys know that there is two video clips here that I'm combining together. This first one here, I'm going to show you how I create the journal pages in the book. So this is just an old hardcover book that I found from a thrift store. I knew when I picked it up that this was what I was going to do with it, so I didn't really pay attention to the title or what the book was about. I just wanted something that had a hardcover and not something that I would regret turning into a journal. So I really love using the inspiration journal because it kind of takes away the pressure of creating a masterpiece on a canvas. It's just your playtime, really, and you get to keep it all together in a pretty cool upcycled book. So yeah, I highly recommend it, and I hope that you guys will enjoy this process and learn from my tips along the way in how you can create your own. So right now I am gluing my pages together. So I typically glue 4 to 5 pages together. I'd have to go back and check how many pages that there were in this book. I wouldn't get a book that has like 500 pages because that's going to get pretty thick. But yeah, I glue 4 to 5 pages together. I've been using Mod Podge because I've had this bottle for years. I don't even remember what I bought it for. So yeah, so I'm using that, but I've also used a matte gel medium, which I actually prefer. It goes on buttery smooth and it's not as hard to clean up when you get it on stuff. But the Mod Podge works. It's just very sticky and tacky. But I recommend using whatever you have on hand. Don't go out and buy a bunch of supplies if you don't have it. I'm sure that school glue and a glue stick might even work. I haven't tried it, but if you have it on hand and you dare try it, leave a comment below and let me know if it worked or not. Because that's what it's all about. It's about experimenting. It's not about having the right products. It's not about doing things perfectly. It's just about learning and experimenting and having fun in the process. So some of the tips that I've learned, or tricks that I've learned through gluing my pages together, you can see in this video. So this is actually a cutting board from the dollar store that I bought, and I use that underneath when I'm painting with certain things. But I started putting that in between my pages because, as you can see, I'm painting over, or gluing, putting the glue over the pages and then squeezing it out with this little Mod Podge tool. So all that excess glue seeps out, and again, because of the extra glue, then your pages tend to stick together, and if you have some painted projects that are completed, that might end up ruining them. So it's good to stick something solid in between, just so you don't have a buildup of glue. This Mod Podge tool, little squeegee thing, I did not have that before. I was just gluing them down and then pressing it out with my hands, which again did the trick. However, as it was drying, some of the pages would tend to have air bubbles, and then the pages would pull apart a bit and it'd get wrinkled, which if you're OCD would drive you nuts. But I don't hate it because it does add texture and character to the work that you're doing. However, sometimes it's nice to have a nice, flat, crisp, smooth surface to paint on. So that little tool has been a game changer. That was actually part of a combo set with the brayer and I don't even know what that's called. I keep calling it a squeegee tool, but who knows what the proper term is. So here I'm just taking the blow dryer to it because it does create quite a bit of moisture in between those pages. I don't dry it completely through, just enough in between. So I'll often take 15-20 minutes, glue a whole bunch of pages, so I have maybe 10 completed pages, and then let it dry before I add any paint to it because I don't want the pages to start to pull apart in between. So that's something else to keep in mind. If you haven't glued your pages together, don't expect to sit down and do it all in one sitting. Find something else to do. Go fold some laundry, make coffee, go do your groceries. But yeah, take 15-20 minutes, glue a bunch of pages together, and just to prepare your book for when you sit down to paint. So I think I'm going to go ahead here and just speed up this process because I think you guys get what it is that I'm doing here, and I will be right back. Okay, so I'm done gluing my pages for now. I'm going to go ahead and start putting gesso down on the pages that I've glued previously that are already dry. So gesso is a medium that is like it's basically a primer. So most canvases, when you purchase them, they already have the primer on them. This one here is Liquitex that I'm using. So if you just put on one thin layer, it's pretty transparent. As you can see, the text still comes through. If that's the effect that you're looking for, then you can get away with just putting one layer. Oftentimes I'll put 2 layers just to try to cover it a bit more. But I do like the text coming through a bit. I find that it adds character to the finished piece. But I also don't get too worried about completely covering it because you are going to put paint down over top, so most likely it'll get covered anyways. It is important to make sure that you dry your pages properly before flipping it over because they will stick together otherwise. So that's the first, or the 2 main steps to preparing your book. You want to glue your pages down, make sure that they dry properly first. Put down a layer of gesso. So again, I'll often do that to several pages to prepare it. Gesso doesn't take long to dry, so you do have the option of blow drying and then starting to paint right away. But I'll usually do this in multitask while I'm doing something else. Let that dry. Obviously this is sped up. I don't actually gesso my pages that quickly. So the second part of the video is coming up here where I'm going to just give you guys a sneak peek at the pieces that I have already created in here so far. I wish I could say that I have a recording of all of these, but I don't. I started this months ago, long before I had any intention of doing any tutorials. But I do have a few of these recorded, and I will share the process with you guys when I get around to editing those videos. But this just gives you guys an idea of the types of things that I've done in here so far, and I can't wait to completely fill this book. It's been a lot of fun so far, and I hope that you guys will grab a book, get your pages ready, and join me here again in those next videos to create some pieces for your inspiration journal. So that's it for this video. If you want to stay tuned and watch some more of my fun bloopers, because let's face it, I never get it on the first try, well then stay tuned and enjoy. Thanks for watching. Hi guys, welcome back. And oh, I need to stop doing that. Back. Hi guys, welcome back. I don't know, why is it so hard? I need a script.